Abracadabra, abracadabra, abracadabra. It's B-Net Radio, Black Net Radio, we worldwide.
Adam and Eve is you. It's a psychological story about you incarnating. The whole Bible is talking about the things that's going on in between these two hemispheres called your mind. When you join this world, Genesis, you're created. You are whole. You have a pure consciousness. You don't suppress aspects of yourself. You're pure. You don't lie. But as you grow older, you're tempted. The snake tempts you. Eve represents your inside world of consciousness. Adam represents your external physical world of matter, your body. He's the action, she's the inside world. The snake represents transformation because snakes shed their skin. So when you are whole, when you join this realm, your consciousness then splits and transforms. You start to suppress aspects of yourself to fit in with society. Your mind becomes conscious of good and evil, and you start to split your personality. You leave the Garden of Eden, which is even. The garden is your whole state of consciousness when you're pure when you're a baby. The whole Bible's talking about a psychological story that happens in your mind because the universe is mental. You leave the garden, you eat the apple. Every single person on this earth eats the apple. Book of Wisdom. The vagina is a portal into this physical world. She is magnetic, she attracts. Man is electric, he is action. She represents the moon, the subconscious, emotional and indirect. He represents the sun, the conscious mind, direct and logical. Female speaks subconsciously. If she is hungry, she will say, "Are you hungry?" Males speak directly. If they are hungry, they will say, "We're getting food." Direction and indirection, lines and curves, the binary code of reality, 0 and 1. Physical world is governed by electromagnetism. Everything is either electric, direct, or magnetic, indirect. Everything in the universe is connected and has either electrical or magnetic qualities. Everything follows the code of the atom. If you want your relationship to thrive, to study the subconscious and the conscious mind and their relationship with each other. You will then understand how the opposite sex in your relationship functions.
I was just telling somebody that said I had more money than the person that my grandmother was working for, but she couldn't understand that I was successful because she was already programmed. She was programmed to go work for these people and clean their house. I had to go to the guy, tell the guy, "Why my grandmother?" He said, I told her, "Sir, you got more money than me." But I had to deprogram her. So think about it, our elderly people are not being programmed the right way because they think that we got to work our way to the top. We're not going to get to the top just working. So that's why being an entrepreneur is so important. But I'm not telling y'all to quit y'all jobs. I'm saying put 8 hours in for them, put 12 hours for us.
That's good. Earth is darkness. It produces no light of its own. All of the light comes from above, from the etheric and astral plane. The earth is matter. Above is spirit. The sun is floating because it's in the etheric plane. As above, so below. All the life comes from above. That's why all religions stem back to the worshipping of the stars. Because the material plane is only alive because of the etheric life force. That's why Jesus is the risen Savior. He is the sun with the 12 disciples, 12 zodiac signs. And the sun raises every day and saves you. Jesus was not a real person, but an astrological code.
When you start wanting better for yourself, you start doing better for yourself. So it's the mindset. You have to sacrifice your old habits for your new life.
Method will make you very successful, so stick around. The subconscious codes are created by 2 ways. Number 1 is repetition. You've tied your shoelaces that many times, it's become a code. You do it automatically. You no longer have to use the conscious mind to think how to tie the laces. Repetitively use I am statements to recode the subconscious. Never say I will be financially free. Say I am financially free. The subconscious takes everything as truth. Every bad word you say to someone else or about yourself, your subconscious codes takes this as truth. Every conscious word is molding your mind and has molded your codes. The second way is through emotion. Let's say you had a very traumatic car crash 10 years ago. You can recall this memory so vividly, like it happened 5 minutes ago. The stronger the emotion you feel, the deeper it encodes your subconscious. This is why you can recall very emotional events in your life. Use repetition and emotion to think, feel, imagine, and speak about this desired reality. This will mold your subconscious to become that code. This new code will fall into 90% of your behavior, thoughts, and actions, which will then manifest that reality. The Bible tells you to give 1/10 of your wealth to God, but they've hid that God is inside of you. Your wealth represents your ego and your material possessions. The 10% represents your conscious mind. Right now, you're using your conscious mind, what you're aware of, your physical reality. But the subconscious is the hidden aspect of you. Tithing is symbolic for meditation. Giving your 10% is turning off your conscious mind, shutting off the 5 senses and your ego so you can connect with pure consciousness, God. Tithing is symbolic of giving away your ego so that you can connect with your higher self. Just like theologian tells you to meet the Lord in the air, you're not going to meet God in the clouds. Air is symbolic for your mind. You have to elevate your consciousness to God. Flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom of God, Corinthians. Your body's flesh and blood, it can't enter heaven, but your mind, spirit, and emotion can. The kingdom of God is a state of consciousness. The church is a scam. Gold is a physical crystallization of the sun. That's why banks are backed by gold, because the sun is the soul of the solar system. It gives life to all things. Silver is a physical manifestation of the moon's energy. Mercury gives you mercury, Saturn gives you lead. Low vibrating light turns into matter, high vibrating matter turns back into light. Everything's made out of light. That's why the ancients were decked out in jewelry. By wearing the metal, you can harness the energy of each planet. The planets are different aspects of consciousness. They are energies, emotional states, and levels of awareness that manifest all conditions in the external and internal world. These are the Elohim. Read this book if you want to know more.
You are now listening live to the sounds of BNet Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Tell a friend, we live inside the Collective Minds Network, broadcasting north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. If you don't know who you are, then you damn sure don't know where you going. Allow me to introduce you to yourself. Allow me to help you become acquainted with yourself, with your individual. That's why I ask each and every one of you that enter the room of the darkness of this plane of invisible to transmute the emotion from the waters of the depths of the abyss that lies on the lake of the right side of the throne of the boat. We are casting the net web of the Charlotte within the streams of the dream that simulate and stimulate the experience for the observer, the soul, to choose to have the choice of the free will, to be firm in the exact absolute form of unconditioned love. Love is what it is, gangsta. We're not here to preach. We just here to reach each one and teach. You learn you something. You gonna learn today. We push the envelope. We ask the question of the 4 parts of what, why, how, when. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell a friend. We be blogging, podcasting worldwide, we be blogging. We be blogging each and every week, live on B&E Double T Radio, Blacknet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude. You must affirmate on a daily basis, continually. Change is inevitable. You are the individual. You are the Dark Vader, the Darth, the Death. You are the 33 intertwined, plus 3, the 9 to the 9th power of 9, which bring forth the creation that exists, absolute, infinite, expanding, the rings of the spiral, lean upward, force her onward, upward. You must pay attention, or your ass gonna get paid attention. Therefore, you pay for your lesson and learn free. This is testimony, realization of the chaos that I've been bringing to order, to have the peace, to be the love, to be the expression of peace, truth, authenticity, having supreme intuition, expression of wisdom. For I have walked way before I could talk. Bring forth the voice of the Taurus to wave my wand of the tongue, to be the master of manipulation within the frequency of the electromagnetic field of magnetism. That's why we must pay attention to the magic within the trick from the magician, from the spell that's been casted, from the letters that combines and form a manual, a script, a scroll of the road, continual, numeric forces of light, energy, of gases combusting to spark and bring forth the flicker of the light out of the darkness. We all fail. We all are angels. We all fail from the greatness of the spirit into the matter. That's why you are the subject. You have grace because you are in the here and the now. To have grace, you are in the here and the now. You must own the moment. You have the gift of the present. Have no fear. That is bondage. I'm just connecting the dot from the thoughts that's been written from the past that correlates into the now of this wavelength that we are on, that we have attracted into our realm, into our circumference, of our spin, of our spiral, of our circle, of the fight, the atom that's been split into a duality, to combine, to bring together the opposing forces, to equalize, to raise up in the air and flicker with the light of the great star. We are a star. We are a must star. We are a superstar, divine, supreme being of intelligence, of spirit, air, breath, information, the absolute, the new and the old, the truth. He who knows one book knows none. There's no religion higher than the truth. Therefore, there's no truth higher than you. If you don't know who you are, then you damn sure don't know where you going. You must not continue to self-sabotage yourself. You must wake up and do your research. Stop accepting other people's beliefs. Stop accepting other people's perception of you on you. It exists in their opinion of their reality from the conscious and the ego they embody to project their visualization of you. That is true to them on the subject, but you don't need them to validate you. You validate yourself. If you don't praise the God that you are, you damn sure will praise somebody else's God. That's why we here not preaching, but teaching, helping, lending the hand of the branch of the olive for you to have the nutrients to nurture your nature, of your emanations, of your personifications, your aspects of you within the written 4, 7, 1, 7, 2, 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, the perfect being of light hue that was sit down for you to realize you must go back up, change the lead back into the gold, for you are loved. I don't know who need to hear this, but we here in this moment, and we have crossed paths, linked the wave of the frequency vibration, which for we meet within the dreams, foul life, fields of the absolute all, sources of the expanded infinite consciousness. You are the G.I. Joe. You are more than meets the eye. I apologize, but I can never be sorry. We are educated fools from uneducated schools. Do not unalive the messenger. Receive the message. I'm a minister of information. Information changes lives. Information is the currency. You must become adept from the expert experience of the life you live within the evil. To be evil is to live. Everything has an opposite, a double, a twin, a dual. You must become aware of these aspects of your nature, these angles, the dimensions of the mind, which is your demons, the negative parts of you. Seeing is not an action. Sin is an emotion. That's why you have the sins of the deadly 7. Everything correlates with the 7. That equals to 28 to make the 10. The binary code of woman and man. Feminine, masculine. The alpha and omega. The beginning and ever ending. Never ending. This is a spiritual and psychological war. A war amongst your psyche and your spirit. The breath of your information. Language informs your reality. So if you lack understanding of the terms, definition within the linguistics of the legalese that spewed upon the mind as a spell of coded structure, numeric source to create an alphabetic system to terrorize the mind. That's why reading is fundamental. That's why you must read between the lines. It's not based on what you read, it's based on how you read to interpretate the translation, to know. And how do we know? We study. That's why we take the word belief or believe out of our vocabulary, which create lack in our state. You lack nothing, you have it all. You must own it in this moment. You have the gift of the present. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. Ashay, ashay, ashay. As above, so below. As within, so without. So the universe, so the soul. I rebuke all negativity and return it back to the sender 1,000 times, 1,000-fold. And just know it's a slippery slope when you're messing with that dope. You got to know where the brown envelopes go. Peace and love, and be safe out there on that road and stay dangerous. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment to Nick G Music on YouTube at Nick G Music 251. Add the playlist of the Collective Minds Network, broadcasting north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. I travel from the west to the east. I am a free traveler. Once again, I am the minister of information. I don't need permission to speak in the terms that I am spewing to the masses because I am ordained, honorary, entrusted to hold the integrity of the galactic nations within the many dimensions of the mind imprint of the forever, never ending source of the infinite sequences of the codes that's encrypted. You cannot underestimate planting the seed within the field of the torus, the total electromagnetic field. Everyone is where they're supposed to be in time and space of the location and ordinances of the manual, the parts of your scripts within your nature. You must level up. Find a form, find a way. Connect, link with the path to be beamed up with Scotty. Beamed up. Breathe the breath, the air of the spirit, the information of the gases. You are Enoch. Energy, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, hydrogen. The book of Enoch. You are the structured gases that you hold within the gut, heated by the sacral chakra. And it must be raised to combust, to go up in the air within the mint of the temple, the heaven, the even of the head. You do not dread the reflection that you see from the chaos constructed from the mental stability state of your being, from the programming that you must reprogram. That's why it's you versus you. You must conquer the ego. You are not your ego. The ego is the echo of the body, which you contain. You must contain the lion, contain the beast, destroy the beast like David destroyed Goliath. You are the David, the inner child with the trauma. In the state of you are right now in your present, listening to me. We are the dream team, collectively turning water into wine so we could unwind and pop out the box like Jack to go up the clock, turning lead back into gold, to pass the moon, high noon of the 12, to realize we've been already in hell, to gain our power, to know you will prevail, persevere. You have been delivered. You have a salvation because you have been separated from the nutrients of the cellular tree of life that keeps us regenerating, the generator principle of purpose, the square beneath the compass, which was mind over matter, spirit over matter, the absolute of the all. This is my testimony. This is my testimony. This is my testament of my experiences, which bring about the wisdom of my walk way before I talk. My formulation, definition of my emotion that I'm emitting, receiving, to bring forth within the hologram of the projection, output of the Lucifer bringing forth, which makes me a Luciferian, creating the dream, stream, life, transcending, mutating, regenerating over and over to manipulate the cycle within the gases that's been bonded and combusted to spark advanced information that exists. That's why we must remember. If you don't know who you are, well, then you damn sure don't know where you going. Well, tell a friend. We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network, premiering episode 1, take 24 of I Am Country, but I damn sure ain't country slow. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Once again, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative to each and every one of you. I thank you for helping me bring forth, transmute this energy through the live so we can transform and not conform to the things of the world. We are not of the world. We are in the world. Become aware of your 360-degree. Time 3. You must be able to circumnavigate the 7 seas, and the 4 points and 4 corners of the earth. Rearrange the word earth, you get the heart where the soul lie, connected to the brain, down to the sole of your feet. This is not new, it is old. I'm you and you are me. I'm not preaching, I'm just teaching, reaching each one of you that needed answers to the question that you've been afraid and taught to fear. Everything they tell you to be scared of, rearrange the word, and you will know that it's sacred. You'll know that it's you. Metaphysical, parallel universes. Boy, you are the universe. I am that I am. I am the truth. I am the way. I am the light. I have the solutions. I have the formulas. I have the keys to the 3, the 6, the 9. I am divine. Essence, an imprint of the nature, aspect, personification, the emanation of the source, all. I am that I am. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. Like, share, subscribe, comment. This is BNet Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. Nick G Music, out now on all streaming platforms. Nick G Music, we worldwide.
Say fuck you. Third grade niggas ain't back in the groove with a snub, but they do not stand up for you.
You are now listening to the sounds of BNet Radio, BlackNet Radio, powered by Nick G Music. This is episode 1, take 24 of I Am Country, but I damn sure ain't country slow. Inside the Collective Minds Network, broadcasting north, east, west, and south, locally, nationally, and worldwide. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Like, share, subscribe, comment to Nick G Music on YouTube at Nick G Music 251. The streaming of the podcast radio show, you can locate it on iHeartRadio. Capital letters, Nick G Music. You build it, they will come. The fields of dream. Use the wand of your tongue to manipulate, to master the abilities, to gain the discipline, to transmute, transcend, transform. Once again, the water into wine. You must dive in and meet your divine self, your high twin. You are the 13th constellation. You are the 13th disciple. You are the 13th sign of the zodiac. You are the 13th month within the 365 of the Enoch. Gases, senses, womb, which for you should crucify yourself upon the cross, be unalive in the form of the way as Jesus lied. You are who you think you are. The greatest story ever told within the Codex and Scriptus of the Helios Bibulus. He only left you basic instruction for leaving Earth. It's not the story of his. It's not history. It's the greatest story ever told about the history of you and me. I am you and you are me. In a different print, form, or time of being, of actual fractional spin of the circle, fire of the atom that's been split into two to be combined, to become aware of the red and blue. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am not new to this. It is the five, the ether of the middle finger, the mid-guard, the center of the wheel of fortune. You must spin the wheel of fortune. Like Pat Sajak with Vanna White, the 2965, the chess board of the square, the columns, the pole of the pillars, the black, the white, the lifting yourself up to the east side, the upper room of the ladder of Jacob, the stairway to heaven, to meet Mary and Joseph at a time of ceremony, commerce, to covet the contract of two men, woman, man, refers to the same one and the same, the wholeness. You must gain your balance. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. If you don't know who you are, then you damn sure don't know where you going. Do you smell what I'm stepping in? Well, tell the friend, We live right now inside the Collective Minds Network.
So when you go to God, if somebody asks me what God is, in a way that I can tell you for you to understand, because sometimes I feel like I know so much I got to just dumb it down. The way that I would help people understand is I would just say, God is the highest extent of your mind, which uses elements and matter to express itself. Now, let me give an example. I'm talking to you, and if I want to raise my hand, I raise my hand. Nobody in the history of the earth, your hand just raised. Your body doesn't just get out of bed and you like, damn, I'm trying to lay down and I can't stop myself from walking. You control your body. So if you are in control of this vessel, which is made up of elements and matter, that means you're not this vessel. So it comes back to language. When you say I, it keeps you in a three-dimensional perspective. And so when we're talking about Buddhist monks, if you notice, they don't say I, they say one. Why? Because just that small switch in frequency disassociates your consciousness and puts you on a God plane. Now I'm gonna give you an example. If you're hungry, right? The first thing you do is you say, I'm hungry. You wake up in the mirror, you look in the mirror, you say, I don't look good. How many things do we associate ourselves with this vessel for? And we're not this
Message!
You can prove you're not this vessel by the fact you control it. So if you're controlling it, it's not you. If you can look at your hand and say, this is a hand, you can't be the hand. You're consciousness, you're the mind. So the computer and the internet was created based off of human consciousness. Your brain is a biological computer. The mind is the internet. It's the universe. Me and you are hooked up to each other through our minds. But
most people think spirituality is all about love and light, but they
express our minds differently based off genetics, because your psychology is founded upon the way your genes tell you to express yourself. A bird, a tree, me, and you all are interconnected to that mind, that oneness. But we express ourselves differently based off our genes. So I can't fly, but I can run. A bird can't run, but it can fly. But we both can think on the same level of frequency. And so I believe in oneness, because that's all there is. You can go under the water, you can fly, you can go to another planet. Guess what you will always be able to do? Think. So you'll always be connected to everything as long as you can think. Now, they don't want you to think. This is why they control information, because they don't want you connected to God, which is your own mind. This is why they say knowledge is power. So to make you unpowerful, they have to disconnect you from God. So they told you that, first of all, divide and conquer is just to take us all off of oneness. And then they replaced know thyself God with fictional waiting for Jesus to come back God.
most people think spirituality is all about love and light.
I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative. I very much have gratitude. I can, I will, I shall. I thank you for your time in this moment of expressing my emotions from the testimony of the experience of my walk purpose, which I'm aware that I have, so I do my part. That's part of my duties. I lend a hand, the arm, the branch of the olive, to be fruitful from the fruits of my field that I have nourished, to sprout from the dirt darkness of the murky waters into the life beautiful lotus of the flower, to expand and expand and expand, my generator, operator, destroyer. I am that I am. I am peace. I am love. I wish no harm on no one.